Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Professor Victoria Corrales. This is Public Interest Law. Here, justice takes precedence over billable hours. How many of you will be pursuing a career in this area? Then the special assignment I'm about to give you will be a novel experience. Local charitable organizations have recommended disadvantaged clients who need help. You will be assigned someone to advocate for. Help them get a job. Prevent foreclosure, get access to health care, whatever their greatest need is. How successful you are by the end of the semester will affect your grade.
Professor Corrales, what aspect of this assignment relates to the law?
And you are?
Wit. Sheffield.
Ah, Sheffield. The goal of public interest law, Mr. Sheffield, is to make a difference in people's lives.
Well, I understand that, I just don't see the point.
Right now, the point is your grade. I hope by the time you graduate in May, you will have discovered a greater point. You will be handed a file on your assignment. You will check in with me regularly to update me on your progress. Joseph?
Hello?
Miss Birch, this is the school nurse calling.
Is this about Shane?
Yes, it is. He's having an asthma attack.
Okay, did you give him something with caffeine because that helps him breathe?
Yes, we gave him a soda.
Okay, good. I can be there in 20 minutes.
Okay?
Okay.
No calls during work hours, Kylie. You know the rules.
I know, I'm sorry, Mr. Hennessy. That was my son's school, and he's having an asthma attack. I have to go and get him and take him to the doctor.
You've missed 4 days in the last 3 weeks. Think you can just come in whenever you feel like it?
That's not fair. My son was sick on those days. I can't take him to daycare. He can't go to school. I have to stay home.
You better figure out how to keep your personal problems from affecting your job, or I'll have no choice but to fire you.
Really? Why don't you fire me? Won't be the first time.
Fine. You're fired.
Great.
Professor Corrales,
Yes, Mr. Sheffield?
about this special assignment.
You're persistent, I'll give you that.
I'm going into corporate law. Most of my clients won't be from this,
Class? Mr. Sheffield, do you understand the concept of being an advocate? Interceding for the needs of clients?
It's not my fault this Kylie Birch screwed up her life.
So, poverty is a character flaw?
She needs to take responsibility for where she's at.
Just as you can take credit for having been born into wealth and privilege? Why do you want to be a lawyer, Mr. Sheffield?
I really don't see why my motives are relevant here, Professor.
Here's what's relevant, Mr. Sheffield. I expect my students to think about who they want to be as human beings as well as lawyers. Contrary to popular opinion, the two do not have to be mutually exclusive. Is there anything else?
Guess not.
Well, this is a new record, Kylie. You made it 3 weeks.
I had to take Shane to the doctor, so I had to leave work, and I wasn't on the job long enough to get sick leave, so...
So, did you try to reason with your boss, or did you just storm out? Kylie. Now, you can't expect your employers to care as much about your son as you do. Now, I understand your frustration, but you've got to find a less confrontational way to deal with it. What does your doctor say?
You mean doctors? Because every time I take him to the emergency room or a clinic, it's a different one. Oh, but always a first-year resident doing on-the-job training. You know, they just want to get rid of Shane so that they can move on to the next patient that they don't know and they don't care about.
I know it's hard, Kylie. You know, something's just come up that I think's going to help. There's a new program at Morgan College. Professor Corrales in the law school has a mentor program, and one of her students is going to work with you.
Patty, what on earth is a college student going to do for me?
Well, hopefully help you find a better job than one of the ones you've had so far. Now, here's her phone number. Call her, Kylie. She'll arrange to introduce you to her student.
Thank you.
Pull.
I believe that's 5 in a row. Your turn. Pull! Concentrate, Wit. Point and focus. Try again. Pull! No, Whit. How many times do I have to tell you? Mount ahead of the bird.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, you're lagging, Whit. Go in for the kill aggressively.
Lunch is nearly ready, Benjamin.
You're riding with me, Whit.
So, how's school, dear?
Fine. I got an odd assignment in my public interest law class.
That's, Corrales, am I right?
Yeah.
With her radical ideas, it's amazing she got tenure.
Well, what's the assignment with?
I have to mentor a disadvantaged person.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It's a law school, not a social welfare department. Just hang in there, son. After you graduate, you'll never have to put up with this kind of nonsense again.
Professor Corrales?
Kylie Birch? Thanks for coming, Miss Birch. This is Whit Sheffield. Do you know what this is all about?
Yeah, he's supposed to help me find a job.
I know this may seem like an unusual program coming from a law school.
I know a little bit about the law.
Oh?
The people's good is the highest law. Diligibus said that.
I'm impressed, Miss Birch. I doubt that most of my students would be able to quote him. Mr. Sheffield, why don't you and Miss Birch go down to the library and make the necessary arrangements to work together?
After you. Why don't we, sit down? So the file I was given on you just shows me the basic facts of your situation. Why don't you tell me about yourself, Miss Birch?
Why don't you tell me about yourself, Mr. Sheffield?
Because it's not really relevant to our little project.
So, you get to know everything about me, but I get to know almost nothing about you. Okay, I'll guess. That'll be fun, right? Rich, privileged, never had to worry about anyone but himself, never had to worry about putting food on the table, never had to pay a bill.
Anything else?
A person like you could never understand a person like me.
I understand why you have trouble getting a job.
Really? What does that mean?
Well, you have an attitude problem.
This isn't gonna work.
Wait. I'm sorry if I sounded judgmental. It's nothing personal. Believe me, I'm completely disinterested here.
Uninterested.
Excuse me?
Disinterested is impartial. Uninterested is when you just don't care. That's what you meant, right? That's what I thought. Hello.
Miss Birch, it's, Whit Sheffield. Don't hang up, please. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Whether either of us likes it or not, you need a job and I need to pass this class. Now, I have 2 job interviews lined up for you tomorrow. Will you go?
Where are the interviews?
Not far from here. May I take you to the interviews?
Okay.
Good. I'll pick you up around 3.
Okay. See you then.
Your resume is thin, Miss Birch.
Well, actually, my son, he gets sick a lot, and so I...
Oh, good day.
Thank you for your time.
Frankly, with your lack of sustained employment, I don't think there's any reason to continue this interview.
Listen, if you could just give me a chance, I...
Thanks for your time, Miss Birch. I'm real busy.
What happened?
It's the same thing every time. They ask to see my resume, which is a joke. And then they ask me why I left my last job, and I have to tell them I was fired for missing so much work.
How'd you handle that?
Not very well.
Well, we'll have to work on that then.
You're very understanding.
I'm never gonna be able to find her a job. Her attitude stinks. She doesn't know how to present herself.
My dad's hiring. You have him give her a job at his place.
You do that?
Yeah, sure. You could always fire her after we graduate.
This could be the one for you.
Oh, I say that every time.
Try not to mess it up. It's got health benefits, the whole 9 yards.
Try not to mess it up.
Yeah, try being nice. No attitude.
Attitude.
That would be what I'm talking about. Humble, sweet, smile, and good luck.
I got the job.
That's great.
I start on Monday.
So, good luck with the job.
Thanks. Look, I know that I was a little...
Difficult? Stubborn, defensive?
Yeah, all of the above. But I really do appreciate this. So thank you, Mr. Sheffield.
You're welcome, Miss Birch.
This is actually a really big opportunity for me, so I'm gonna try really hard not to blow it this time. Bye.
Bye.
Shane?
Hi, Mom.
Hi. Where's Aunt Jen?
She's at the store.
You want some good news?
Oh, yes.
I got a job today.
Super, Mom. I knew you could do it. I have faith in you.
You're all right, kid.
Hey.
Hey.
Special order sodas. And I noticed the fridge was a little bare, so I got popsicles, apples, and pork chops for dinner.
Thank you.
Mom got a new job today.
Congratulations. Again.
Oh, shucks. Thank you. Can you come get this and put it in the kitchen for me, please?
Thank you.
Jen, can I borrow $10 until I get my first paycheck?
No problem.
No, it's too much.
Hey, it feels good not to be the one doing the asking for once. Anyways, if we don't help each other out, who's gonna, right? Sister of mine?
Thank you. Can you stay for dinner?
I would love to.
Great.
Unfortunately, I can't. See, I promised this handsome plumber who fixed my leaky faucet that I would have dinner with him tonight.
You have more dates than I have jobs. How's that possible?
One of these days, we're both gonna hit a home run. Did your landlord ever fix the water leak in the wall?
No, they keep telling me it's not a big deal and that they're gonna get to it.
Let's stay on him. And call me if you need anything. Bye, Shane.
Bye, Aunt Jen. Thank you.
Okay, kid. Prayers.
God in heaven, hear my prayer. Keep me in thy loving care. Be my guide in all I do. Bless all those who love me too. Amen.
Amen.
Mom, I know God's gonna bless you, but will he bless my dad, even though he's not here?
I think that God blesses everyone, no matter where they are.
Does my dad love me?
Oh, buddy, how could he not love you?
And how come he doesn't want to see me?
I know it's hard, not having your dad here, but you have another father, and he's in heaven. And he's always here for you. Okay? Sleep. I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you, Brian. Can you get that shipped out right away?
A moment, please, Miss Birch.
Yes, Mr. Pearson.
I just learned that you've requested to leave early on Thursday.
My son has a doctor's appointment.
You don't get to come and go as you please, young lady.
Oh, no, I have personal leave.
Once you've been here 2 weeks and passed probation.
Okay, Wednesday is 2 weeks, so I made the appointment for Thursday.
So you just automatically assume that you will pass probation.
No. Look, Mr. Pearson.
No, you look, Miss Birch. Just because the owner's son put in a good word for you does not mean you get special privileges.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
The owner's son basically got you this job as a favor to a classmate at the university.
Don't you worry about it, Mr. Pearson. You don't have to put up with me for 1 minute longer.
Your assignment is not complete.
My assignment was to find her a job. I did that.
That's all you think there is to this assignment?
She just up and quit.
Why?
I don't know.
Then you should find out.
This is just part of her self-destructive pattern.
Then call her on it.
Why'd you quit your job?
You mean the job your friend, the owner's son, got for me?
Alex didn't get you the job, he got you the interview, and this may come as a shock, but you did the rest yourself.
I realize I'm just a grade for you, but I didn't think you'd have to lie to me to get it.
Mom!
Hey, did you use your inhaler?
It's empty.
Okay, that was the last one.
What's wrong?
He has serious asthma. He can't breathe. Will you drive us to the hospital?
Yeah, sure.
Come on.
10 minutes, literally.
I understand, sir.
How much longer is it going to be?
Can't really tell. It shouldn't be that much longer. We'll let you know.
I gave you the job.
Hasn't been easy for Kylie. Absentee father, unfit mother, in and out of the foster system.
And being an unwed teen mother didn't help.
Well, it's not uncommon for someone who grows up in foster care. A girl like Kylie has no one really. Then some smooth-talking guy comes along, and for the first time in her life, she thinks someone loves her. Then, the minute she tells him she's pregnant, he abandons her, just like everyone else in her life.
What can I do?
Well, the big issue here is her son's health problems. She needs a decent job that offers insurance and sick leave.
So basically, she needs help with everything.
More than anything, she needs a little confidence to know that she can accomplish something in her life. And she needs someone to believe in her. Can you understand that, Mr. Sheffield?
Yeah, I believe I can. Thank you, Miss Allen.
Thank you.
Hey, Whit, come on in.
Hey, I thought we could do some online job hunting.
Shane, say hello to Mr. Sheffield.
Hi, Mr. Sheffield.
Call me Wit. Cool ball.
Took him a whole year to save up all those rubber bands. PJs, I'll come check in a minute, okay?
Okay. Night, Whit.
Night, Shane.
There's fresh coffee in the kitchen, and you can set up right there if you want.
Thanks.
Okay, prayers.
God in heaven, hear my prayer. Keep me in thy loving care. Be my guide in all I do. Bless all those who love me too. Amen.
Amen. Good job. I love you.
I love you more.
I love you. Bigger than a volcano.
I love you bigger than the moon.
Good one. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, this is an old building, but it looks and smells new. I didn't expect that.
Oh, yeah? What were you expecting? A ghetto apartment?
No, it's not what I meant.
Well, fresh coat of paint and cheap new carpet cover up the musty smell.
Musty smell.
Yeah, it's an old building. It's got leaky pipes. Just makes it look good on the surface. That way, the landlord can collect state funding to make up for the rent that we low-incomers can't pay for.
So when the state comes in with their walkthrough, everything looks great.
Exactly. Truth is, this building's falling apart from the inside out.
Oh, Shane.
Better. He hasn't had to use his inhaler in a couple days, so that's good.
Good. Hey, that's an Edward Steichen photo. Stuff is always dark and moody.
Yeah, I can identify with him. He was the featured artist in Alfred Stieglitz's photography magazine.
Yeah, the magazine was called Camera Work. And Stieglitz was married to,
George O'Keeffe, the painter. I really liked that one, so I just stuck it up on the wall.
Okay. How do you know so much about so many different things?
Oh, I spent a lot of time in the library growing up.
And what's your favorite book?
Huck Finn.
Mine too. I love the river journey. Being on a raft, floating along in your own world, doing exactly what you want.
I really like the part when Huck apologizes to Jim for hurting his feelings. It's not something a white boy would have done for a black man back then.
Why would you like that part?
Well, Huck is acknowledging that Jim is just as good as him, even though most people didn't think that way.
I understand. Let's look for jobs online, shall we? You know, first off, is there a specific career that you always wanted to get?
What do you mean?
Well, is there a career you always dreamed about? Something you always wanted to do?
No. Dreams aren't real, they're just dreams.
Well, there must be something.
Listen, do you think we can do this another time?
Yeah, sure. I'm free on Saturday. We could work on your resume, too.
That will be a challenge.
So we'll get creative.
There's a park right nearby. It's got a Ferris wheel. Shane really loves it there.
Yeah, I know the place. I'll see you Saturday, and thank you for the coffee.
You're welcome.
Throw it to me. I only got one.
Make way for the crowd!
Oh, there's one.
Oh my god, I get the chicken!
Okay, resume done. Short and sweet.
Okay, save the file, then go online and email it to me. Then go on Craigslist, and let's do some job hunting.
Okay, what's your email address?
Inferno@lawman.com. It's
I know what inferno means.
Pirate ship with Goonies.
Yes, it is, honey, but I don't think that's what he's referring to.
Actually, it is what I'm referring to. What? It's still one of my favorite movies.
Mine too! You know Mikey has asthma?
I know.
But he still goes on an adventure and finds a treasure. Pretty cool, huh?
Pretty cool.
What are you talking about?
Look at the clown! How come people like clowns? I think they're scary.
Me too. I had a clown at a birthday party once. I had nightmares for weeks afterwards.
Sometimes I have nightmares that a monster's chasing me.
What's he look like?
I don't look at him. I just know that he's scary.
Well, I'll teach you a secret way to deal with monsters. If you face him, he goes away.
I don't know.
Trust me. Try it the next time you have a nightmare. I promise it'll work.
Okay, I'll try it.
Why don't you try cleaning up those plates first?
Okay, Mom.
Holding a rubber chicken.
Thank you.
Wait, I am holding a rubber chicken.
He's a special little guy.
Yeah, he is.
I know how to use a computer.
Oh, yeah? Do you know how to do your homework?
It's Saturday.
Oh, good. Then you can get a head start.
Okay.
Okay, how about this? Receptionist at an insurance company must know Word. Check. Starting pay $10 an hour and benefits after a probation period. What do you think?
Yeah. The thing is, receptionists usually look a certain way.
You mean classy?
It's not you, Kylie. It's your clothes. And maybe your hair. Like it or not, people judge other people by the way they look. They make certain assumptions.
Like you assumed I was stupid when you met me?
Sometimes first impressions are wrong.
Oh.
Hey, Mom.
Whit, what a pleasant surprise.
I'm looking for some of my old books from when I was a kid. there's a little boy I want to give them to.
Oh, well, I packed them away in the garage, but I can find them for you.
Thanks, Mom.
So, how's your class assignment going?
I'm having a little trouble, actually. I'm trying to help a young single mother who's unemployed find a job, but she's living on a shoestring budget and doesn't have the proper clothes for job hunting.
Why don't you take her to that place where I donate all my old clothes? They have this new program twice a week, makeup and hairstyling for the less fortunate.
It's a great idea, Mom.
Please sit down and tell me all about this young woman.
Actually, I gotta run. I'm on a mission.
Okay. I'll find those books for you.
Great. Thanks, Mom.
Bye.
Okay.
More than okay.
I need shoes.
Nice try. How about these? Here, let me help you.
Miss Birch?
It's time to get your hair and makeup done.
Kylie? Hi. How are you? Have a seat. Are you thinking cut and color, just cut?
Well?
You look, it's, nice. You looks nice.
Hi.
Hey.
Where are we going?
You look...
What?
You look very professional.
Thank you. Where to?
Well, I was reading this article about jobs in the healthcare field, especially certified nursing assistants.
Certified means you have a certification. I don't have that, so...
Hold on. Some convalescent homes provide on-the-job training. You work, you get paid, your certificate in only a few weeks.
Really?
I found one near here, right on this bus route.
I'll be frank, Miss Birch, your work record is not impressive.
I realize that. But if you let me explain, I think I can persuade you that I'm worth taking a chance on.
Very well. What do you have to say for yourself?
It's okay. There's many other places we can try.
No, it's okay. I got it.
All right.
I need to pick up Shane. If I don't hurry, I'll be late, so...
How about I give you a ride?
Oh, you gotta have stuff to do.
I could free up some time. Maybe take you and Shane out for a burger. Little celebration.
Shane would love that.
Can I have the last french fry?
Sure, buddy. Go ahead.
Thanks. Hey, Mom, could I have a gumball?
Sure. Here, I got a pocket full of quarters.
No, that's okay. 1.
Thanks, Mom.
Scram.
These gumballs are kind of small.
Yeah. I know you mean well, Whip, but you're just passing through our lives, and I don't really want him to get used to things I can't provide on my own.
I understand. It must be so hard raising him all alone. Mind if I ask where his father's at?
He's somewhere where the Child Support Collection Division can't find him. I told him I was pregnant, and that's the last time I saw him.
I got a red one.
Put it in your pocket for later, okay? Hey, guess what?
What?
We gotta go.
Oh, Mom.
Wanna know why?
Why?
Homework.
Homework.
Come on. Shane, you should thank Whit for dinner.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Shane.
I need you to start your homework, and then I'm gonna come help you in a minute, okay?
Okay. Here, I made it myself. Bounces funny, but it's still good. Night.
Thank you, Shane.
Wow. You really rate.
He's a good kid.
Well, he's been through a lot. He's got a big heart.
I think you had something to do with that. Has he always had health problems?
The first time I took him to the emergency room, he was just a few weeks old. The doctor told me later that we almost lost him.
That must have been terrifying.
I've been scared ever since. I wake up like 2 or 3 times a night just to check if he's breathing. On the really bad nights, I just pray to God to let him live.
You really believe in God?
Yeah. When I look in my son's eyes, I do.
I'm not sure if I do.
Really? There's so much to be thankful for. You have every reason to have faith.
And you have absolutely no reason to. So obviously it has nothing to do with logic.
What would God have to give you to make you have faith?
Someone who loves me the way you love Shane.
Well, I'm sure your parents love you. They're proud of you.
My mom has a drinking problem. And my father despises her for being weak. So I've spent my whole life trying to prove to him that I am not like her.
You don't feel like enough either, do you?
I feel like a kid who's always making mistakes.
Well, I feel like I am a mistake, so there you go.
You're not a mistake, Kylie. Hey, do you think you could get a babysitter for Saturday?
Maybe. Why?
Hey, Mom, are you coming?
Surprise. Just make sure you wear jeans. You ever ridden before?
When I was really small, that family that Jen and I lived with, they took us to Griffith Park and we rode the ponies. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, just think of this as a really big, pony.
Okay.
You need a leg up?
I think not. You really love this, don't you?
I don't know how to describe what this means to me. When I was 7, I had a horse. It was amazing. His name was Joker. He was 3 years old, barely broke. We kind of grew up together. You know, there's this bond that can develop between a horse and a rider. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's special.
What kind of bond?
It's about trust. I never trusted anyone in my life the way I trusted Joker. And he trusted me to take care of him.
What happened to him?
I finally had to do the last thing he needed from me. Put him down before he suffered too much.
I'm sorry.
It was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
But you loved him enough to do it. It takes a special kind of courage, I think.
I never talked about that with anyone.
I'm glad you told me. I had a really nice time. Thank you.
It was truly my pleasure.
I hope you do okay in that class.
You did your part. Rest is up to me. Say, why don't we go to dinner tonight? Just the two of us.
I don't know.
To celebrate.
We celebrated.
Come on, Kylie, it's just dinner. Please say yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. I'm Whit.
The wannabe lawyer. I'm the sister. Come on in.
Wait!
Hey, buddy.
Can we go to the park again sometime?
You bet.
Kylie, he's here. She'll be right out.
Okay.
Come on.
Hi.
Hi.
Am I dressed all right for where we're going?
Yeah, you look beautiful.
It's beautiful here. It's nice to be out of the city.
And the food is out of this world.
Do you come here all the time?
It's a private club. My grandfather was a member, then my father, and now me.
Am I gonna fit in okay?
No. You stand out.
So, do you have brothers and sisters?
Nope, only child.
You must have been lonely growing up.
It just means that everything's riding on me, as my father loves to remind me.
Well, he was there for you, though, right? I mean, he didn't run out on you or anything. I never met my father. Did your dad ever just hold you, make you feel safe?
It's not exactly how we do things where I'm from.
I always wondered what that would be like.
Me too.
Hey, Whit.
Hey, Alex. What are you doing here? I thought you were going to a movie tonight.
Nope. Change of plans. Oh, I'm Alex Bianco. I go to law school with Whit. We're roommates.
Kylie Birch. I believe you recommended me for a job.
Yeah, don't go there. Well, I'm sure you're meeting someone, so, we don't want to keep you.
No. I'm all alone.
Great. Okay, well, why don't you see if you can snag us a table for 3 and, you can join us.
Okay. Great. Hey, I'll be right back.
Cool. All right.
Great.
You want to go somewhere a little less stuffy?
Yes. was a much nicer place than we'd ever been, but they could only keep one of us permanently. They had a really hard time deciding, so I helped them.
How did you do that?
I went to a store and I stole a trinket. It wasn't really a big deal, but it was enough to get me in trouble. They chose Jen.
Why did you do that?
Because she's just a kid, you know? I didn't think that she could handle moving again, especially if she ended up someplace bad.
But you were just a kid too, Kylie.
I don't remember being a kid.
Me either.
You asked me once if I had a dream, and I do. Sometimes Shane and I will go to the emergency room, and there'll be a nurse there who's especially kind, and she makes him feel good. I wish I could do that.
Sounds like a very worthy dream.
Well, thank you for everything.
That sounds like a goodbye. We'll see each other again.
Sure. At the country club or when we summer in the Hamptons.
That's not what I meant.
I know what you meant. But what would the point be?
I don't know. Thought we had a pretty good time tonight.
We did. Let's just leave it at that.
Kylie, I don't want to...
We're too different.
See, I thought we were. But now I know better.
What do we have in common?
Come on, Kylie, take a chance.
Good night.
It's not that bad. You gonna help her now? Come on, I'll walk.
Jen?
No, it's Whit.
I can't talk to you right now. Shane's having another asthma attack and I need to get him to the hospital. I was just about to call 911.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Housekeeping to ER room 1.
Excuse me. My son's having an asthma attack.
You just wait your turn?
He cannot wait.
Insurance?
Medicaid.
Put your name on the list.
No, he can't wait.
Neither can any of these other people.
Hold on, listen to him. He can't breathe.
He has to wait his turn.
You think you can intimidate me the way you do these other people?
Excuse me?
I'm a lawyer. Get a doctor now, or I will hit this hospital with a lawsuit that specifically names you, Nurse Carter.
Hold on a minute.
How'd he get the bruise?
We were playing at home and he ran into a table.
And has he ever had an attack like this before?
Yes. Have you read the file?
Oh, I don't hear any wheezing. He seems all right now.
No, I've researched this. If he's not wheezing, that's a bad thing. That means his chest is really tight.
Why don't you leave the diagnosis to the professionals?
I think I know my son.
There should be enough albuterol to take care of him for a while.
No, they keep giving this to him and he just gets sick again.
You check him out for 30 seconds and that's it?
I have dozens of other Medicaid patients waiting to be seen.
His name is Shane. He's not a Medicaid patient, he's a kid. Very scared, very sick one. You're a doctor. You're supposed to care about him. But if all you care about is whether or not he has good insurance, then here. Figure out what your fee would be if he wasn't poor. Put it on my card and do your job.
He'll be fine. He just needs a stronger inhaler.
Listen to me. He has an inhaler. He keeps ending up here. I can't keep putting my son through this. I read that these attacks might be triggered by allergies.
He hasn't been tested for allergies?
No. He has an inhaler. That's it.
And no blood tests have ever been done?
Never.
I'm ordering blood work and a full allergy workup. We're gonna have the results tomorrow. Call me.
know how to thank you.
You don't have to thank me. Now I understand why you needed a decent job. Good night.
All finished?
You know what I really miss here, Kylie? Cheese balinces. I used to make the best cheese balinces.
Well, I can get you some.
You would do that for me?
Of course. You don't have any dietary restrictions.
That would please me very much. And God, too.
God?
Oh, yeah. I've been praying to him to bring an angel into my life. That's you, Kylie.
Oh, Mrs. Madison, I'm no angel.
Oh, yes, you are. Angels don't have to have wings. Sometimes it's someone who just comes into your life at a time when you most need them and makes it better. I'm sure you've had an angel in your life.
I don't know. Maybe.
The next time an angel comes into your life, ask God to take away all the uneasiness you might have. And then accept the angel for what it is. Beautiful gift to be cherished, not feared.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Okay.
You've done very well with the assignment, Mr. Sheffield.
Better than you expected, Professor?
As a matter of fact, yes. I'd say you're well on your way to becoming more of a human being than either of us thought you could be. That was meant as a compliment.
Thanks for the gift, Aunt Jen.
My pleasure, Slugger.
You know, you didn't have to do that, but thank you.
So how's the job going?
Really good, actually. I'm past my first month of probation, and I take my test for certification in a week.
Nice. And how's my favorite only nephew's health?
Keeping my fingers crossed because we haven't had a problem in a while.
You seen that budding lawyer again?
No. His assignment is over, and I have a great job, so there's no reason. Why?
Thought you really liked him.
Never would have worked out, Jen. A person like that could never love someone like me.
How come you're so sure that he could never love you?
Because nobody besides you or Shane ever has. And that's enough.
It's not enough, Kylie.
It's gonna have to be.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I needed to ask you something, and I thought it'd be harder for you to say no in person.
Whit.
My parents are having a party for the 30th anniversary on Saturday, and I'd like you to come with me.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
So do I.
You're not helping me.
Is he the angel, Kylie?
Mrs. Madison, hush. It's gonna be fancy, right? I don't have anything to wear. I can't.
Kylie, whatever you wear, I'd be proud to have you by my side.
Remember what I said about fear, Kylie? Don't be afraid now.
Shane's blood work came back. He's allergic to mold.
Really? What do you do with that?
I talked to my landlord. I told him that the whole apartment needs to be professionally treated, but as usual, he's done nothing. So I scrubbed everything down with bleach. I hope that's gonna be okay until I can afford to move.
You're changing the subject. The party's at the club, and who knows, maybe we'll even go inside this time. So what do you say? Go or no go?
I'll go.
Great. I'll pick you up at 7.
Good move, Kylie.
Big trouble, Mrs. Madison.
Big trouble. What do you wear to this kind of party?
Who knows?
I've got this bridesmaid's dress I wore to Carla's wedding.
Pink ruffled chiffon.
Oh, what about this one? I have a matching headband.
That's perfect. Because I wanted to look like a cocktail waitress.
I like that one, Mom.
Go play your game.
So all I I'm saying is it's a high-class event. You should match.
It's about time you met someone.
This doesn't even mean anything.
He wants you to meet his parents. That means a lot.
Well, I can only imagine what these people are gonna think of me. It's just not gonna work out.
It worked in those books you used to read to me.
Oh, come here. Oh, poor naive baby sister Jen. Sorry to have to be the one to break this to you. Those stories weren't real. They're fiction.
Whatever. They must come true sometimes, otherwise nobody would believe them.
What am I gonna wear?
Ooh, I've got just the thing. I'll be back.
You're kidding me. You have more?
Big deal taking her to meet your parents.
It's not like that.
So what's it like?
It's like a party. You know, spending some time together and meeting my parents.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm gonna go check on my wardrobe for tonight.
I remember this dress. I also remember that it looked much better on you.
It's not that bad. I can fix it. Here. Little nip here. Tuck there. It'll be snazzy.
Really? Did you just say snazzy to me?
I'm gonna go get your sewing basket.
Don't worry, Mom. Aunt Jen will fix it.
So, what do you think?
Well, I know you're not trying to impress her, meeting your parents and all. But you really should wear some shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna put shoes on. What about the rest?
White socks look goofy with dress shoes.
Thank you for your fashion advice. It's so helpful.
You asked.
All right, here I come. Shane, what do you think?
Wow. You look great, Mom.
It looks better on you than it did on me.
You're amazing. You are so creative. Look at this dress. You could be a designer. You could have your own shop. You don't have to be a clerk.
Right. Anyway, you're gonna knock his socks off, Kylie. He's never gonna want to let you go.
Go ahead and rack it.
Well, you should know, not me.
What's wrong?
This might be too much for me.
You nervous?
Oh, nice to meet you.
Your hand's shaking.
So is yours.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
My parents.
Whit! I'm so glad you could make it.
Hi, Mom. Dad.
Introduce your lovely companion.
Kylie Birch, my father Benjamin, my mother Julia.
It's so nice to meet you, dear. Welcome to our party.
Thank you.
Are you a classmate of Whit's, Miss Birch?
No, I'm not a student. Congratulations. I understand it's your 30th wedding anniversary. It's a long time.
It is indeed.
So you've already graduated. What was your major?
She didn't go to college, Dad. She works.
May I ask what you do?
I work in a convalescent home. I'm getting my certified nursing assistant's credentials soon.
It must be gratifying work helping people.
I'm actually really lucky to have the job. It has medical benefits. I have a son, he has asthma, and he needs a lot of medical care.
It must be very difficult being a single mother.
I manage.
Oh! Pate, Miss Birch. Goose liver. I don't imagine you've ever tried it.
No, thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Are you all right, Kylie?
I'm fine.
May I join you?
Of course.
You'll have to excuse Benjamin. His upper class attitude blocks his common sense at times. Do you have a picture of your son? I'd love to see one.
I do.
Oh, what an adorable little guy. He has your eyes, doesn't he? How old is he?
7. His name is Shane.
They are wonderful at that age. They still idolize you. Later, they realize that you're only human.
She's your school project, isn't she?
We just give Kylie a chance.
Is she divorced? She was never married, was she? Imagine that. A struggling single mother in a nothing job with no prospects. She must see you as her financial salvation.
That is not what this is about.
What was Whit like at that age, Mrs. Sheffield?
Julia, please. Whit wanted to grow up to be just like his father. At a very young age, Whit was aware of things. He sensed how unhappy his dad and I were. Don't assume with money comes happiness. Well, I suppose I should get back to the party.
Julia, thank you for coming over. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Don't be naive, Whit. I don't blame her. She sees financial security, social status. Of course she wants that.
She's not some gold digger out of an old 1930s movie, Dad.
Do you actually see yourself having a future with someone like her? Being a daddy to some other man's unwanted child. When you come into the firm, how will she fit in socially with your colleagues' wives? Think about it. It's worth the reflection.
Kylie? Kylie? Hey.
Call me a cab, Whit.
Kylie, wait, come
now,
on.
Please, Whit, now.
You're back early.
Yeah, I blew it.
And things didn't go well with your father.
You could say that. And then I didn't stand up to him for her.
So, you just gonna walk away from her?
What do you care? You thought I should just hook up with her and then dump her.
Yeah, well, that was before I realized how crazy you are about her. Look, man, I've seen the way you are when you work with her. And I've watched you mope around here for the last month without her. She got to you, and that's kind of great.
It's coming from the guy who goes through women like Kleenex.
Look, man, all that love 'em and leave 'em stuff is just talk. I mean, if I could find someone who made me feel the way you feel about Kylie, I'd never let her go.
Shane? I need you to hurry up and finish, babe, okay? I can't be late today.
Okay, Mom.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Shane! Shane. Shane? Doctor said we can leave. How do you feel? Are you okay?
Great. Let's go.
Okay.
Miss Birch?
Yes?
I'm Ellen Garrison. I'm a social worker with CPS.
CPS?
The hospital called us. Your son has quite a record here. That pattern of chronic illness would concern us under any circumstances. But what happened today, along with the previous bruising, has made it mandatory for us to take temporary custody of Shane.
What?
Shane is going to be placed into foster care. An investigation will be launched. Then there'll be a hearing to determine if it's safe for him to be returned to your custody.
No, this was an accident. You don't understand.
We only have your word for it, Miss Birch. Your son has injuries consistent with child abuse.
Mom, what's going on?
Don't make this any harder on him than it has to be.
Shane, this lady over here, this is Mrs. Garrison. You're gonna go with her. She's gonna take you to a really nice place, and she's gonna take really good care of you.
I want to go home with you.
I know. Baby, I know. I'm gonna come and get you as soon as I can. Okay? It's just for a little while. Promise.
Promise?
Promise. Cross my heart. And I never break a promise to you, do I?
No.
No. Never. Go ahead. Go.
Okay.
Dr. Shahid to pediatrics. Dr. Shahid to pediatrics.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
It's our pleasure, Julia. I assume Whit will be joining your law team soon?
Whit will take the bar in the fall and then officially join the firm.
You must be pretty proud of your son.
He's only doing what I'd expect of him. I'll walk you guys out, okay?
Good night, Julia. Good night, Benjamin. I thought you might need this.
You always bring me a sweater when you're the one who's cold.
When you leave, don't forget to bring those old books to Miss Birch's son.
I'm not seeing Kylie anymore.
That's too bad. I liked her.
You did? But I thought you agreed with Dad. You're always a united front.
Not quite united.
You never disagree with him.
Oh, we disagree often. But I learned a long time ago to stay silent, to keep the peace. But recently I've realized the price I've paid. And what it's done to you.
Me?
Well, because I had never stood up to your father. I never taught you to do it. I failed you terribly, Whit. Did you stop seeing Kylie because you knew your father was against it? You were raised with great advantage, Whit. But I always wanted more for you. I wanted you to be happy. And when I saw the way you looked at Kylie, I thought that you finally were.
I'm sorry, Mom.
For what?
For thinking he was right about you being weak. You're not.
You know, you wake up one day and, you discover that you're everything that you never wanted to be. I don't know how that happened, but I don't want that to happen to you. Live your life the way you want to, Whit. It doesn't matter what your father thinks.
Good night, Mom.
From that day forth, the professor was the most glorious of savants, and I was the happiest of men. To conclude, I may say that our journey into the interior of the Earth created an enormous sensation throughout the civilized world.
The end. Can you read it again?
It's time, Kylie.
No.
It's okay, buddy, because I'm gonna see you so soon.
Friday. And then after that, the hearing.
It's not so bad. 3 days.
Can I come home then?
I hope so.
I love you more than ice cream.
I love you more than myself. Okay, Mrs. Garrison is gonna take such good care of you, okay?
Come on, Shane, let's go.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Going by your place. Jen told me what happened and where to find you.
Yeah? What do you want?
Came to apologize. Even if you don't want to hear it. I'm just hoping you can forgive me. After all, Jim forgave Huck. Maybe I can help with Shane. Come on, at least let me give you a ride home. We don't even have to talk.
I promised myself that he would never know what it was like to live in someone else's home.
What do you have to do to get him back?
Once I get past the bruises, and I prove that it wasn't child abuse, they still won't let him come home until I take care of the mold.
That should be the landlord's problem.
I've been after the landlord for months, and he won't do anything.
I think I can help you, Kylie.
You can't even help yourself.
Yeah. But I still think I can help you. I seem to be better at that than helping myself.
I've tried so hard for so long. I just thought at least I could make things better for Shane than they were for me. And I have failed him miserably.
No, you didn't. You gave Shane something you never got. Love. That takes real strength and courage.
I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Yes, you can. You don't have to do it alone now.
Why do you need to believe that I can do it?
Because then maybe I can too. Mr. Pennington, over here.
I don't know what this is about, and I do not like threats. Your message was quite threatening.
Well, I got you here.
Why are we meeting here?
I'm with Sheffield, Madison, and Carnahan. I'm Miss Birch's attorney.
Oh, okay. This is about her apartment. Talk to my attorney, Stu Feddersen.
Oh, that'll be my next stop, but my suggestion to you is that you don't let it get that far.
Why?
Why? Because I'm with one of the top law firms in the city. Feddersen is a night school hack. It took 3 tries to pass the bar. Apparently, you're as cheap in your choice of attorneys as you are with maintaining your apartments.
Now, see here.
You'll run up huge legal bills, lose, pay our admittedly exorbitant fees, and in the end, you'll have to do what you should have done in the first place, which is treat Miss Birch's apartment for life-threatening mold. So why don't you cut your losses and take care of her apartment? Not because it's the right thing to do, no, but because it'll save you time and a lot of money.
I'll consider it. Go, Jason. Get out of here.
We hooked him.
Sorry. I don't know why I did that.
Don't be sorry.
I've read the report prepared by Miss Garrison. Do you have anything to say on your own behalf, Miss Birch?
Your Honor, I would like to say something on Miss Birch's behalf.
And you are?
Which Sheffield?
Her attorney?
Not exactly. But I am her advocate, and I have some critical information I want to bring to the court's attention.
Very well. Make it brief.
In the 4 months that I've known Miss Birch, I've seen her do everything that she could to take care of her son.
It says here he suffers from chronic life-threatening asthma due to an unhealthy home environment.
Yes, that is correct. But the landlord was persuaded to deal with the mold issue in her apartment. I have here a report from the county health department certifying that her home is free of mold and safe.
Let me see it. Bailiff. You may sit down, Mr. Sheffield. What were the results of the investigation into the boy's injuries?
The conclusion was that it was simply an accident. Miss Birch wasn't responsible.
Very well. I find the charges of child abuse and endangerment to be unproven. The child will be returned to the custody of the mother.
He's finally asleep. I just keep promising him he wouldn't have to leave again. But there's no words to tell you how grateful I am. I owe you so much.
You don't owe me anything.
You've done so much for us. You've spent so much time. And you probably should have been at school.
Don't worry. I graduate next week. Now all I have to worry about is passing the bar.
You'll pass.
How can you be so sure?
You're already one heck of a lawyer. You'll join your dad's firm. You'll have a brilliant career.
What are you gonna do?
I have a job. I'll get by.
I need to see you again, Kylie.
Shane would love that.
You know that's not what I meant.
You can see me anytime you want. I love you.
You don't know how badly I want to believe that. You don't even know me.
I know you. Believe it.
Even at my weakest.
That's what love is. Tell me how you feel.
All I know is you're where I belong. I have some things I have to work out first. I'm sorry. I've never felt this.
Okay. I hope you get it worked out. I have to go.
So you want to get together? Study for the bar? Maybe once a week?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So you moving back home with your parents for a while, or you gonna get your own place?
I was supposed to move back home until I passed the bar, but I don't know. I'm not so sure anymore. Actually, I'm not so sure about a lot of things.
Well, I'm getting my own place. If you need to come crash for a little bit till you figure it out, that's fine.
Thanks, Alex. Not just for that, but for being a real friend.
You're welcome, Whit. It was easy. You're a good guy.
Not bad.
Thank you, Betty.
Okay. You'll come to work 3 days a week. You'll do some work that's not too demanding. And spend the rest of the time studying for the bar.
I gotta tell you something.
After you pass the bar, I'll start you working out under Swenson. Yeah, you can learn a lot from that guy.
I'm not going into corporate law. And I won't be going into your firm.
What's this about?
You've laid out my whole life for me as far back as I can remember. And I never stopped to ask if any of it was what I wanted. Well, I finally asked. The answer is a loud and resounding no.
Is this about that girl?
Her name is Kylie.
Is this about that girl, Kylie? Whit, you're being a fool.
Maybe. But I'm smart enough to know that I don't want to end up like you.
It's very simple, son. She's not good enough for you.
This is where you're wrong, Dad. I'm not good enough for her.
If you go against my wishes, I will not be there for you.
You never were.
I'm proud of you, son. Apple juice.
I'm proud of you, Mom. I love you.
Right back at you.
Come in.
Working late?
Mm-hmm. You received your grade?
Yes, thank you. That's not why I'm here.
Oh? But your assignment is done.
Actually, I don't think it is. See, I finally figured out what this was all about. Kylie doesn't need a low-paying job that barely keeps her over the poverty line. She needs a chance to fulfill a dream that she never even knew she had. Now, I think I know a way to give her that chance. But I'm gonna need your help.
I'm listening.
Remember when you said your dream was to become a nurse?
Hello, Whit. Come on in. What's this about?
You can make it happen. Professor Corrales is willing to sponsor you for a special admissions program.
Admissions to what?
The Morgan School of Nursing.
Is that a joke? That's not funny.
No, it's not a joke. There is a program for exceptional candidates who don't meet the usual requirements. All you have to do is write an essay about how you overcame hardships and then face an interview panel composed of professors.
Okay, let's be realistic. I could maybe go to community college.
Stop. Don't do that. Don't settle for small dreams.
All right, even if I got in. I can't afford it, and you know that.
There is financial aid, student loans, grants for single mothers. You have what it takes, Kylie. You can do this.
They're gonna say no.
But what if they said yes? Oh, that's even scarier, isn't it? The night was dark. Branches in the trees overhead swayed in the gentle breeze that moved them. And Reggie's heart felt as though it would explode from his chest as he moved through the thick forest.
Good picture of him.
It's pretty scary, huh?
Good afternoon, Miss Birch.
Good afternoon, sir.
We have your life history essay and the recommendation from Professor Corrales, but we do need to ask a few more questions before we make our final decision. You understand?
Yes.
Have you thought about what you might major in?
The nursing program. And then hopefully one day medical school. I'd love to be a pediatrician.
The opportunity to study at a university as prestigious as Morgan is something that should be earned. Do you really think you've earned it, Miss Birch?
Some people might think that a person like me couldn't possibly have anything of value to offer because of where I come from and what I've been through. But I think it's really the opposite. I've been through things that no one should ever have to go through, and I didn't let it break me. I always had that little voice inside that told me there's gotta be so much more to this life than what I've experienced already. And when that voice was at its lowest, someone showed up and miraculously helped me hear it again. It made me realize that I'd really like to do that for other people. I've been through the worst. Here I am on the other side. I've earned it. And no matter what your decision today, I'm not gonna give up on myself again.
What will you do if you're not accepted to Morgan?
Apply to another college, sir.
And that night, in the dark of the woods, the shriek of the hawk awoken Ben. See? Hey. Well?
I made it.
That's great, Mom!
Oh.
Congratulations, Kylie. Knew you could do it.
Thanks.
Actually, I have some news as well. I got a fellowship at the Western Center of Law and Poverty. I'm going to be working with kids in the foster system. When I pass the bar, I will be a...
Guardian ad litem. Jen and I used to have one. He was a great guy. What about your dad? The firm?
That was my father's plan. Not mine.
Congratulations. I hope you're happy.
Thank you. You know, buddy, you're the man of the house.
I am?
Absolutely. And being as such, I need to ask you a question. May I have your permission to ask your mom to marry me?
You want to marry my mom?
Yes, I do. If she'll have me, of course. You see, I love your mom. More than I ever dreamed possible. And I just don't think I can be happy without her. Or you, Shane.
You want to be my dad?
Very much.
Mom, I think we should keep him.
Are you sure?
Yep.
What do you think?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn. Các bạn thân mến, bài học của chúng ta ngày hôm nay mình và các bạn sẽ cùng tiếp tục với bài luyện tập số 2, bảng số liệu, dãy số liệu thống kê. Cho dãy số liệu về thời gian tập thể dục mỗi ngày của các thành viên trong gia đình Mai như sau: 20 phút, 40 phút, 10 phút, 50 phút, 30 phút. A. Hỏi gia đình Mai có bao nhiêu thành viên? Chúng ta cùng xem nhé. Dãy số liệu về thời gian tập thể dục mỗi ngày của các thành viên trong gia đình Mai: 20 phút, 40 phút, 10 phút, 50 phút và 30 phút. Vậy gia đình Mai có bao nhiêu thành viên? Người thứ nhất tập 20 phút, người thứ hai 40 phút, người thứ ba 10 phút, người thứ tư 50 phút và người thứ năm là 30 phút. Gia đình Mai có 5 thành viên. Câu hỏi thứ hai, trung bình mỗi thành viên trong gia đình Mai dành bao nhiêu phút một ngày để tập thể dục? Tính trung bình đúng chưa nào? Trung bình thì chúng ta lại tính trung bình cộng thôi. Chúng ta lấy 20 cộng 40 cộng 10 cộng 50 và cộng với 30. Chúng ta sẽ tính nha. Ở đây chúng ta có thành viên thứ nhất 20 phút, thành viên thứ hai là 40 phút, thành viên thứ ba 10 phút, thành viên thứ tư 50 phút và thành viên thứ năm là 30 phút. Và cộng sau đó chúng ta chia đều cho 5. 20 cộng với 40 sẽ bằng 60, 60 cộng 10 bằng 5, 70, 70 cộng 50 bằng 120, 120 cộng 30 bằng 150. Chia đều cho 5 người đúng chưa nào? Và sẽ bằng 30. Vậy chúng ta đã trả lời được câu hỏi thứ hai. Trung bình mỗi thành viên trong gia đình Mai dành 30 phút để trong một ngày để tập thể dục. Các bạn thân mến, vậy là với bài luyện tập số 2 thì chúng ta lại dựa vào dãy số liệu thống kê để tính trung bình cộng, đúng chưa nào? Bài học của chúng ta ngày hôm nay đến đây là hết rồi. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở những bài học sau.